Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Ring of Honor 2015. The reason why I booked out the show this week instead of booking it out as we go is because I wanted to make a little bit of an announcement before we went through the show like we normally do. As some of you might have noticed that have seen this series, I have done my best to keep everybody in the spotlight and give my attention to everybody in everybody give everybody a fair spotlight attempt. You know, a fair chance to main event, a fair chance to do this, a fair chance to be a part of the show, so on and so forth. But there are certain people that have not gotten their opportunity to be a part of the show, to stay, to keep their momentum going, to stay with the fans. Because, yes, I might not use them every week, but it's also that I don't use them every month. It's gotten to the point where I don't use certain people for months at a time, that they're in feuds, and yet I don't keep the feuds going, etc., etc. The fact of the matter is, the idea of booking an hour-long show every week is not the easiest thing in the world to do when you're trying to get everybody on the show that you want to get on the show every week, because you can't. And therefore, that's the reason why you have not seen people like BJ Whitmer, Roderick Strong, and before their feud at the Bullet Club, Adam Cole, and the rest of the kingdom. But now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm making this announcement, that I am giving myself the time limit until the end of the summer, meaning following our August pay-per-view, which is Glory by Honor, which is also, in my opinion, one of Ring of Honor's bigger pay-per-views of the year. It's not an accident that I'm making that the time limit for this Let's Play series. That if I still feel I'm misusing a lot of the talent, either A, I'm going to make a lot of roster switches, or B, I'm going to discontinue the series. So, if you have any advice, if you have any feedback, if you have any opinions of what maybe I should do, how to, use people like BJ or Roddy or the Kingdom or ACH or Colt Cabana, or some of the new people you might see show up, or like Cliff Compton or people like that, please feel free to put a comment down in the comment section below. But other than that, let's get to the show. As you can tell, the show's pretty much booked out, but I just wanted to book a pre-show match for the show, as I wanted to book one of the new talents, and that is Petey Williams, and I'm going to throw him against the Vandal in the pre-show. Yes, you might say, oh, Petey retired. Well, he retired in real life, and last time I checked, this isn't real life. So, yeah. So now we kick off this week's episode of Ring of Honor, and the last episode of Ring of Honor TV for the month of April, as we move towards the anniversary show at the end of May. And here we go. Petey Williams defeats the Vandal in the pre-show match tonight. And after jumping into the show and announcing the fact that tonight's main event, the opening graphic on the show, displays that Rob Echoes will get his world title shot against the ROH World Champion Jay Briscoe in the main event on ROH TV tonight. But that's the main event. The show kicks off with the Briscoes out to handle some unfinished business. Because if you don't remember what happened last time, well, I mean, it's possible, but if you don't remember what happened last time, let me recap things for you quick. On the last episode of ROH television, Jamin Olivencia, Welsh, and two maxed guards with nightsticks jumped in the ring and attacked Mark Briscoe following his match against Jimmy Jacobs last week on ROH TV, and now this week, like they've never been one to back down from a fight. And that's what the Briscoes are doing right now, because the Briscoes are calling out Olivencia and Welsh. But they don't get Olivencia and Welsh, they get the ROH World TV Champion, Jay Lethal, and the leader of the House of Truth, Truth Martini. And Jay lays out a challenge to Jay Briscoe. Jay Lethal lays out a challenge saying that if he can get past Rob Echoes tonight, he wants Jay Briscoe at the anniversary show at the end of May. A side note, the reason why I keep saying the end of May is because, as you can tell, it says Thursday, April week 4. It doesn't say Thursday, April 26th, or whatever the case may be. Yes, I can make it up as I go, but, it's a little bit difficult because, TEW does not have the same amount of days of the year, so they don't have 365 days in the year. Or 52 weeks. They have 48, I want to say. I think that's the right amount of weeks. I think they have 48 weeks. So, you do the math of how many days that is. But the point is, that's the reason why I don't say an actual date and I say the end of May. But back to the, segment, Jay Lethal puts out a challenge to Jay Briscoe for the... And he goes further to elaborate, saying, I'm sick and tired of you being a paper champion, and it's time for me to grab that title and make it mean something, like I did for this one. And he points to the ROH TV title. Before Jay Briscoe can make his presence, before Jay can answer the question, out comes Roderick Strong, out comes Adam Cole, and out comes Rob Echoes. Roderick Strong is out first because he offers his help to the Briscoes against Olivencia and his cronies from last week, saying that they're not just attacking the Briscoes, they're attacking the faces of Ring of Honor. And there's nobody else better to help them than Mr. ROH. Adam's down there because he's questioning what Jay Lethal has done to get a title shot. Adam lays claim to beating AJ Styles, even though AJ Styles beat him. And Rob Echoes is out there because he's making sure Jay Briscoe isn't underestimating Rob Echoes and isn't completely focused on ripping Jamin Olivencia a new one, and is just as focused on Rob Echoes and the fact that once the bell rings tonight, Rob Echoes will be the new Ring of Honor World Champion. But a big tense in-ring segment to kick off this week's episode of Ring of Honor Television. And now we move to the first match, as BJ Whitmer returns to the ring against Kenny King, as Kenny King actually comes up short against a veteran of Ring of Honor, BJ Whitmer. And, the reason why Kenny lost, yes, I did have the intention of doing this and that with him in the romantic touch, but things didn't work out with romantic touch and Kenny King, so I changed my mind. And with the type of momentum Kenny has right now, it really didn't make sense to keep him with the momentum that he had, so I figured why not give some to BJ. Now we move to what has become not just a staple of Ring of Honor television, but a consistently becoming my favorite part of the show every week as the quest continues for TJ Perkins in his attempts to become or to establish himself and make everybody believe what he says he is, as he proclaimed himself the best wrestler in the world under 230 pounds. And he puts out another challenge after saying that he ran Christian York out of town. He puts out another challenge to see who he can run out of town next, and the person who accepts his challenge is the international star, Ricky Marvin. If you don't know who Ricky Marvin is, look up some Pro Wrestling Noah, as that's where I got Ricky Marvin from. Pro Wrestling Noah. He's on loan. And that's why he's only here for one appearance, because I just wanted him to come in and face TJP. And speaking of somebody to face TJP, TJP takes it a step further and doesn't stop attacking Ricky Marvin following the match, and this is where this comes in. As TJP is attacking Ricky Marvin, but out of nowhere, ACH runs in and saves Marvin from a serious beating, running off the best wrestler in the world, under 230 pounds, and we have a face-off between TJP and ACH, as ACH is ready to show that TJP might think he is the best wrestler in the world under 230 pounds, but he's never been in the ring with the true best wrestler in the world, the best high flyer in ACH. And now we move to the main event, as Jay Briscoe steps into the ring against the man who won his shot at the ROH World title by defeating 15 other people in a 16-man single elimination tournament. He won the finals at Validation and is getting his shot tonight as Rob Echoes faces Jay Briscoe for the ROH title, and Jay Briscoe wins after hitting the J Driller at 1807 to successfully defend his ROH title for a seventh time. A solid match. A little bit shocking, a little bit surprising to me that even going 18 minutes, that Rob Echoes could barely go 18 minutes. But either way, Jay Briscoe holds on to his title, and now you have to wonder, will Jay Briscoe accept Jay Lethal's challenge for the anniversary show? Whose title will be on the line at the anniversary show if Jay Briscoe doesn't accept the challenge? And what will happen next week on Ring of Honor television after how we kicked off this week's episode of ROH TV? For that and more, you'll have to wait till next week, and you'll have to tune in next week for the next episode of ROH television. But for this week, we increased our popularity in 6 regions for having an average show which got a 50 final rating. And well, look at it. How many current main eventers did I have on the show? This was the first week in about 3 weeks that the Kingdom and the Bullet Club had no part of the show outside of the segment that involved Adam Cole. Why? Because I'm not WWE, I'm Ring of Honor. If you enjoyed the show, please feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below on what was your favorite part, what was your least favorite part, what you thought I could have done better, and any ideas to maybe keep this series going a little bit longer of how I can use some top talent like BJ Whitmer or Roderick Strong or Adam Cole or The Kingdom, and who you would like to see come in, maybe like a Colt Cabana, or you want to see more of a Cliff Compton. Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time, later.